We go back to sports, women's basketball.
Wow!
Caitlin Clark, superstar.
Brilliant!
Recently, I did a video about her getting lifted off the Olympic team.
Ha! Gay!
And I said, can they hate this woman even more? Yes. Yes, they can.
Because you're wrong, okay? So shut up.
Now we know the members of the panel who decided her fate. And a flimsy excuse on why she was left off.
Now you're an asshole.
I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
So what's next? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo. What's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Happy Monday. Of course, new week. But I've said in the past, always with a new week. New shenanigans, new bullshit. Caitlin Clark, superstar. I've done more videos on this woman and the WNBA than I've ever done in the history of this channel. I've done maybe this is my 6th or 7th, and every time I say, you know what, I'm not doing another one, here comes another one. Why? Because the subject changes, or the topic changes. Same woman, Caitlin Clark, different circumstances. I did a video the other day in regards to Caitlin Clark being left off the Olympic team. Now, of course, I was looking for that excuse, which never came. But I said in the video, can they hate this woman even more? After everything they put her through, she's been put through the ringer more times as a rookie in the WNBA than probably any other woman who's ever played in that 25-year history of the league. Fact. She's their number one draw. Fact. I think she's number 2 in scoring. She's number 2 or number 1 in scoring she leads all rookies, put it that way. But she's top 5 in scoring, rebounds, assists, steals. But yet, for some unknown reason, they just don't like her. And I just don't know why. I don't know. It, maybe the time of day, or maybe it's my hormones. I don't know what's going on. But she got left off the Olympic team. And like I said, the excuse never came. Now it has. We know the panel of women who were involved in the voting process that decided her fate and the weak-ass excuse that's come with it. And here we go. This comes out of the Gateway Pundit. Revealed, here are the 5 women who made the insane decision to keep Caitlin Clark off the 24 Olympic team. Was this racisms, or were they just jelly? And there you have the 5. We should have known. On Saturday, it was announced that women's basketball sensation Caitlin Clark will not be included in the U.S. women's basketball team for the 24 Olympics. The greatest collegiate player in history, that could be argued, who broke nearly every men and women's basketball scoring and assist record while at Iowa, will not be on the team. Brittany Griner, who has played one game, scored 11 points, will be on the team. But she had an excuse. She was in a Russian gulag, for doing dope, and she was getting her breast lopped off. So she had her excuses. And they were very valid. Anyway, no player on the Olympic team has scored more 3-pointers this year than Caitlin Clark. And one woman on the Olympic team has more assists than Caitlin Clark. 1. Dumb and unjust. Despite being top 4 in the WNBA in threes and assists, Caitlin Clark is snubbed and left off the team. Many sports commentators are shocked with this decision. We now know who made the decision to keep Clark off the Olympic team, and it comes as no surprise who made that decision. The selection committee for the women's basketball team for the 24 Paris Olympics included several notable figures in the women's basketball world. Up first, Dawn Staley, University of South Carolina coach and former coach and player. Staley is a South Carolina coach at SEC. Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes beat her undefeated Gamecocks last year in the 23 NCAA Final Four. This prevented South Carolina from having a perfect season. They got their revenge this year by knocking out Iowa in the Final 2, thus preserving her perfect season. So she might have still been a little bit salty. She might just a little bit. Simone Augustus, LSU assistant. Augustus is currently the assistant coach at LSU at SEC. She was the first pick of the 06 WNBA draft. She never had the offers to make that kind of money that Caitlin Clark is making today. Someone should ask her, Simone, did Nike ever contact you with a $28 million contract? I'll wait. Next, Delisha Milton-Jones, Old Dominion coach. Delisha. Okay. Milton-Jones is a player who is a woman who played for Florida in SEC. She played in WNBA and is now coaching at Old Dominion. Don't know what her politics are. They don't mention it, but I'm just going to say she just voted to go along with everyone else. Put it that way. Jennifer Rosati, Connecticut Sun president. Rosati's a former UConn player on those vintage UConn teams that went undefeated and longtime college coach. Clark and Iowa knocked out UConn in the NC tourney this year in the Final Four. So, again, another one who's salty. Just wanted to get her revenge. And to finish out, Bethany Donovan, WNBA head of league operations. Donovan is head of W League operations. If these women had the courage, they would come out and held a presser to defend their choice. But they are not. They're jealous, petty, and weak. They know there's no excuse for barring Caitlin Clark from the team. Clark broke all records on and off the court this year. These women are bitter and petty. And Clark is the only player in the world who can actually continually fill in the stadiums. She puts asses in the seats. Maybe they don't like that she signs autographs for little girls at the end of each game. These 5 women who barred Caitlin Clark from being on the 24 Olympic team should be ashamed. They did it to service to their country. How much pettiness, jealousy, and racisms played, or how much did it play, in their decision making? And now we go to Dave Portnoy with these words of wisdom.
All right, I'm at Saratoga Belmont Day, looking spectacular per usual, shoes, bang. But this is about Caitlin Clark being left off the Olympic team. How dumb are these women? How dumb? I don't know who's making the decision.
Very.
Women's Olympic Committee, whatever it is. I don't care if you don't think Caitlin Clark, talent-wise, belongs on this team, even though she does put up 37 of 13, like the most points in the history of the league for a rookie. None of it matters. These women, and I love women. I'm a pro-woman guy, women guy. They complain.
Need a qualifier,
they
Dave?
cry about equal rights, equal wages, blah, 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 blah. Hey, dummies. For the first time, like in the history of basketball, you have arguably a player who is the most popular player in the world. Like, you could argue right now, Caitlin Clark is the most talked about, discussed, most popular, most puts asses in the seats, single basketball player in the world.
Facts.
You could argue that. Yeah, you could say maybe LeBron, Luka, whatever you want. But you
Luka?
can argue it.
Yeah.
And you leave her off the Olympics team, it's not only a showcase for her, it's for the sport and the other WNBA players who are on this team.
Absolutely.
How dumb, how brain dead, how idiotic do the people running this thing have to be? It was one thing after another with her. How, I at the business part of my brain is like, these people, and maybe it's a guy who did, whoever it is, I don't ever want to hear you complain about flying commercial or not getting salaries or this, that. You're too dumb. You're too dumb. You have a cash cow. This can bring the Olympic basketball, women's basketball will be like the number one thing people watch with Caitlin Clark. As it is, I'd rather watch grass grow. I'd rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch dirt just be moved around.
That's exactly
Because
what they were
Caitlin
doing
Clark's
last
on the
year.
team. If she's there, it's appointment TV. You people, whoever did this, honestly, hey, take your brain, put it in a museum, and study it for how dumb you are.
The only thing that Dave didn't say was, you know what? I think you should go back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. That would have been me. But, anywho, he's absolutely right. Your number one player. She puts asses in the seats. She has eyeballs on the sets. That's a fact. That's a fact. In the video I did prior, it would have been the equivalent of leaving Michael Jordan off the Dream Team. It would have been telling Larry Bird, you know what, as a rookie, I think you should come off the bench. Magic, come off the bench. LeBron, you know what, you're just an 18-year-old kid. How about you sit the bench for a few years and, we'll get back to you. Kobe, same. No. You would have never done that to them. Why do it to her? Why? Because of the haterade bottle being passed around, and it still gets passed around. This comes out of Outkick. Caitlin Clark reportedly left off the Olympic team for insanely dumb reason. And we'll just get right to the reason. Caitlin Clark's fans reportedly played the role in her not making the Olympic team. Her fans. A shocking report from USA Today's Christine Brennan claims concerns about how her fans might react to limited playing time was one of the reasons why Clark didn't make the team. The other reasons, we just don't know. We didn't have a reason up until now. So unless, to me, you have, you know what? Let me just jump back. The fact of the matter is that you have nothing. You have nothing. Nothing. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borgonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.